at approximately -2 meters per minute. Please keep your seatbelts fastened as we will shortly be
Okay. Hopefully everybody can hear me fine. Hopefully everyone can hear me fine. Let me go over this. Holy crap. What the hell? Holy crap, you guys are going crazy right now. Do Rothers with the 28-month resub. Back from break. Welcome back. Not necessarily just yet, maybe. We will see. But Linda0819 with the 6-month resub. Exhibit X with the 45-month resub. Welcome back. Can't wait to hear about your adventures. Virtual Plumber with the 28-month resub. Lala Nagal with the 11-month resub. And Def Ronin with the 61 months resub. Holy crap. Thank you guys. Very much appreciated. Today was not my planned day to come back. I'm still unsure if I will do like a Wednesday and Friday stream here. But kind of wanted to just do like a little welcome back type of stream for the conclusion of the little trip that I went on. Hopefully the mic is fine here. I actually am using a different microphone right now. And then Creepy with the 6-month mod anniversary. Yo, thank you, man. Much appreciated, dude. Thank you for the help, man. What was I gonna say? But yeah, I've actually been posting pretty much about a lot of the stuff, not everything, but a lot of the stuff I posted about on X. So if you guys aren't on my X account, I'll drop that link in the chat. If you guys aren't over there, make sure you come and check it out. Let me change this. This playlist is a little energetic. Let me change that. All right. But yeah, I thought I'd do this. I got a few even with all my announcements, I got a comment. It was funny. I got a comment on the stream where I said I was just doing like a short break that asked me why I was quitting on the stream where I did the whole announcing and everything. That was funny. But yeah, I got a couple comments. Some people thinking, I don't know what it is. Every time if I do a little break here, a little break there, I'll get a bunch of people be like, oh, why are you quitting? And it's like, what the hell are you talking about? Adriana K with the 25-month resub and Music Coma with the 21 months. Thank you guys. Much appreciated. But yeah, so I kind of want to do this too, just to dispel all those random comments there too. Yeah, there is a video planned to go out today. Obviously, if you're on Patreon, that's already up over there, of course. But yeah, today was supposed to be the third week that I was gonna also be taking from streaming stuff. I don't really plan to call any scammers today. So keep that in mind. Probably get a couple angry people from that, but that's okay. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And Sip J with the 33-month resub too. Thank you, man. Much appreciated, dude. But yeah, man. That is it. Of course, if you're following me on X, you guys saw some of the posts that I made of over there of the little adventure that I went on and all that stuff. Holy freaking crap, what the hell is going on, man? Holy crap. Lala Nagal with the 5 gifted memberships over on, or subs. I am like, my sleep is completely screwed up. So yeah, Lala Nagal with the 5 gifted subs, I mean, on sheesh, Twitch. Thank you, much appreciated. And Linda with the 100-bit cheer. Thank you. Took me a second. Yeah, this playlist is okay. And Icar the Wolf with the 200 bits. Thank you, man. Oh, yeah. Hype train going. I didn't even realize. Level 4, 56% hype train on Twitch. Yeah. Pretty much, Japan is great. It's really, I mean, honestly, one of the first things is it's very easy to navigate. And keep the gaze with the 6-month mod anniversary. Yo, thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you for the help. And KO Cuff with the 200-bit cheer. Thank you, man. Japan is really, I don't know what people are talking about online. There's so many people. Oh, the train system is like, I don't know what it is. Before I went, I expected the train system to be like so complicated and so hard. It is easy as hell. It's one of the easiest things I've ever adapted to in my life. Like the first night I took a connecting train, 2 different connecting trains. Just incredibly simple. You literally just walk. Everything is color coded, number one. All the trains are like different colors, the different lines. You go to the platform, they all have numbers written. Big numbers. And then if you're standing on the platform and you turn around, there's a big arrow that points in the direction that it's going. Like, it's really freaking easy. And also Bugsy Trini with the 17 months resub too. Thank you. Much appreciated. Yeah, the train system is incredibly easy to follow. Sometimes you might get a little turned around on it, but you literally just have to turn around, walk in the opposite direction, and do it again, and you'll figure it out. It's like very easy to do. What else? What else? I'm trying to think of things that people were saying before that just didn't really match reality there. I forget what there's like a couple other things people said. Yo, Peter Trevera with the Trevina with the 12-month membership on YouTube. Thank you, man. I forget. There was like something else, but I totally forgot. But yeah, it's really a great place. It's very functional. Everybody is very aware of their of themselves. It's so much different than America. America feels very dysfunctional, you know, in that sense, especially socially. People are very don't really care too much about what's going on around them. You know, I'm just gonna do me type of thing. Japan is like the exact opposite of that. I even saw a guy who like took a call on his phone for a second on the train, and then he like talked to them for like maybe like 10 seconds and like was telling them basically that he was on the train and hung up because he was on the train. Like, and then when people talk on the train, there's these 2 people talking. I could barely hear them, and I was like almost right next to them. Like the way they were talking, they were so tuned to being quiet in those situations that they could understand each other, but you could barely hear them. And I don't have bad hearing, but you could barely hear them. It was insane. They were having like a full conversation. It was crazy. Lala Nagal with the 300-bit cheer. Yo, thank you. And Icar the Wolf with a 43-month resub. Thank you. Bring us up to level 5, 16% hype train. Yeah. It's very it's very nice there like that. Like everybody is pretty much like that there. A lot of Italians there. As far as tourists, I'll be honest, I didn't see many American tourists. I thought that was pretty much all I was gonna see. A lot of French people and Italians. Like I saw this whole group of Italian people. I got on this train and there's like these 4 Italian people they get on the train, and then I guess they realized it was the wrong train, so they run off the train right as it's about to go. And then I didn't even realize this whole other group of tourists was with them. So like 8 other people all got up from their seats at the same time and ran off the train to follow those people, because I guess they had the wrong train. So that was pretty interesting to see. And then they all just like ran out to the platform to figure out what the hell they were doing. But yeah, I really did. I saw Americans. The most Americans I saw, actually, there was like this big group of like 20 of them all walking together, maybe some tour group or something. But other than that, I mean, I saw some Americans, but I feel like most of the people I saw were like from Europe. Most of them were Europeans. For the most part of tourists, and then like tourists from China too. I did see a good amount of Chinese tourists. But yeah, that was something weird. Exhibit X with the 200-bit cheer. Thank you, man. Bringing us up to level 5, 23% hype train. So yeah, man, it's definitely a cool place. It's a great place. It's the best way I could describe it is it's a place that I wish, okay, let me mute this, because, oh wait, I don't even plan to call these losers today. Why do I have all this open? I'll just close it. Okay, close that crap. What else? What was I even saying? It's a place where you wish that other, like, wherever you live, you wish it was like that, pretty much. Like, if you're in America, you wish it was like that. Dude, Civicus, I don't believe you. At this point, you're kind of a pathological liar. I always see your comments. Broken Chaos with the 5 gifted memberships. Much appreciated, dude. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships over on YouTube, man. Thank you, man. But yeah, it's just decent. It's really nice. It's really decent. It is freaking clean. Nothing smelled like pee. Nothing smelled like pee. If you've ever been to a big city in the US, it smells like pee. It's people pee everywhere. Thanks for the hype train, by the way. Level 5, 23%. Even the even if you walk past the area where there's like clubs and stuff, where it might be a little dirtier, there might be like some trash or something like that the next day, it doesn't smell like pee. Literally everywhere that I went smelled fine. There was like one random place that I walked by, like one little corner that I walked by that smelled a little weird, I guess. But no, it all smelled actually really fine. And yeah. So it was really interesting on that part there. Because, I mean, my whole life I thought if it's a big city, it's basically trash. It just kind of sucks. But no, it just doesn't suck. It's actually, like, I get the hype. I get why people glaze Japan, because I think it actually does deserve it in that sense. Because everything is really taken care of, and everything just works. All the systems just kind of work. You can get around wherever you need. You can drive. You can ride your bike. Tons of people ride their freaking bikes. I saw so many people riding bikes. I even saw public or bike parking in apartment buildings. Instead of, usually you see a parking lot. No, there was like a double stacked rack where everyone just put their bikes. And then that's just how they get around. They just ride their bikes. Yo, DK Rots with the 14-month resub. Thank you, man. What's good? Or what's up, SR? Hope you had a great trip, bro. Yo, thank you, man. You can hear how recharged I am. I'm actually incredibly sleep deprived right now. I wouldn't say I'm in the best position right now. Yeah, I'm incredibly off balance right now. But yeah, it's great overall. It is great, and if you go, you should go. I actually was supposed to go actually with multiple people, and yeah, everyone canceled last minute pretty much with how it happened. So I ended up going I got a surprise solo trip. So yeah, I'd say honestly, if you do go, if you could go solo, try going solo. But if you do go with someone, just go with like one person. I feel like that way you get more of the experience compared to being around with a bunch of people. You know what I mean? So that's pretty nice. But yeah, 7-Elevens really are good. I think I preferred Lawson. Mostly because of the chopsticks. If you go to Lawson, they have really good chopsticks. 7-Eleven chopsticks are one of those pull apart ones, which they're just kind of, I mean, they're just one use, but the Lawson chopsticks are those nice ones where they're already split apart and they have the divots, the two little divots on top. You know what I mean? The line that's like indented in. You know what I'm talking about if you've seen those ones. That's really the only reason I prefer it. Don Quixote is overhyped. I don't know. I saw a lot of stuff about people saying like you gotta go there, and there was a bunch of posts saying they were like wandering in around there for like hours. I don't see how. It wasn't that interesting, to be completely honest. It's like just a store where you go to get stuff like freaking laundry detergent, masks, battery banks, phone chargers, things like that, you know. NSFW things. I didn't go in there, but I saw it. I didn't go in, but I did see it. You know, but it was just like a normal store. Because I saw that a lot online before going, but it's really crowded too. Especially at night. I don't know what it is. If you do go to Japan, try to go out during the day, because for whatever it is, it's like tourists come out of everywhere at night. They're like freaking, it's like it's like the bugs when you lift up the rock. They just start running everywhere. For the most part, I went out during the day. And then one time I went out at like 10 o'clock at night. The 7-Eleven was packed. The Lawson was packed. The Don Quixote was packed. And it was honestly horrible. it was how it usually operates during the day. The staff kind of sucked. I went into this one 7-Eleven like pretty much every day. And then I think the guy that it's usually like there's this one guy and then this one girl that were working there every day. And then all the staff, I don't know what it is at nighttime. I went into the 7-Eleven, or was it 7-Eleven or Lawson? I think it was Lawson. And I think I only saw like 2 Japanese people, which was really weird for Japan. I saw like 2 Japanese people, and it was just like 2 people walking around. Like the staff, nobody else was Japanese. And then I go into the guy, and usually they have this whole thing. They go, you know, when you check out, they have this whole process, how they greet you and all that stuff. The guy doesn't, I don't even think he said anything when I walked up to him. And then I'm like, usually they'll ask you how you want to pay or something like that, right? And you tell them Cardo, whatever. And but I was waiting for him to like say something. I look at the guy and he's just staring at me with this like lead paint stare. And I had to tell him card, and then he's like, "Oh." And then the thing lights up and he like points at it. That was my worst experience out of all of Japan. And the guy wasn't even Japanese. So yeah, I'd recommend going out during the day. It's just packed and chaotic at night for some reason around those stores and stuff. I don't know why, but it was just, yeah, way different than usual. In your days with the freaking 39-month resub and Char Mills with a 44-month resub. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you for the resubs. Also, I figured out that the humidity is great. Humidity is great. The first day, it kind of sucked. It didn't suck. It was just like different. Everything feels a bit heavy. You freaking sweat. Or it's not even like sweat. You just get wet when you're laying down fast. Like you just it's like damp really fast. But after a few days, it's actually really nice. Your throat never gets freaking dry. You don't pee as much, and you don't feel like you need to drink water as much. It's actually really nice. So much to the fact that I realized that I think I have an incredibly dry living space, because I found out that apparently if the humidity is really low, static electricity will build up when you touch like metal things, and there'll be shocks and stuff. That happened all the time. I would go to touch my computer and I would get shocked, sometimes really big. So I had to get a humidifier, because I didn't realize till after that trip, and then I started searching up a little bit that is why. I thought it was my carpet. I thought it was like the carpet or something, you know? Oh, it's just really screwed up. No, it's incredibly dry. So now I got a humidifier called Bob. Yeah. So humidity's great. Honestly, it's actually nice. I enjoyed it there. Yeah, Bob. He's gonna be giving me that little amount of Japan experience back home. Yeah. AC makes air very dry. Well, you want to know something? I have an indoor AC, and I have a computer running. So that's basically a dehumidifier. So I've been actively sabotaging myself on that end right there. So now we have the balance, right? That's coming into motion here now. What else? I don't know. Ask me questions. I'm not sure what else to say. That happened to me a lot. Hopefully the mic is fine. I actually got this microphone in Japan. You guys aren't gonna believe it. I thought it was fake myself at first. I thought maybe I was getting not scammed, but the store had like bought in a fake one. So if you guys have ever seen those microphones on podcasts, those Shure SMB microphones, they're really expensive. I actually wanted to get one like months ago, and then I saw it was like $400. They're expensive. And then even used, they're like 230 to like almost $300. It was like $130. I found it at a used place. At a hard off. If you guys don't know what a hard off is, like a thrift store, but they buy the stuff. You don't just bring it in. And I found it. So yeah, that's the setup. Okay, you could still hear me cough. I usually mute before that, but I wasn't sure if it was gonna cut that out. So I got to get used to this microphone. I might sound a little too close at times. I might sound a little too far at times. Just give me feedback in chat. You know what I mean? Did I see any Nigerian scammers? No, I actively avoided those areas, and I didn't participate in any of the nightlife. I didn't go to Roppongi once. I did go to Shinjuku. Which I think there's some of those guys there, but I went during the daytime, so yeah. Did I go to any temples? I saw a couple shrines, but every time I went past them, I saw like tourists with their cameras out, and I didn't want to be like disrespectful towards it because I didn't know any of the procedures. So I just observed it from far. I didn't want to go in and, I don't know, just be like disrespectful or something. I tried to be, basically with everything I did, I tried to be a very as respectful as a tourist that I could be. I mean, this is my first time ever being in another country, so I want to start off at a very good reputation, right? Obviously, that's ruined by all the people online. I even saw a clip of some kick streamer going into restaurants and being a nuisance like just a couple hours ago. Yeah. So, but I'm gonna be doing good, man. How was the ramen? It was great. It was great. 7-Eleven ramen was good. I had Lawson ramen too. I obviously had ramen at ramen places. Actually only 2 places. A lot of the ramen was like 7-Eleven and like Lawson, which I don't know, maybe that's nasty to you guys, but I liked it. It was good. I mean, is good ramen. Actually, the 7-Eleven and Lawson meals were good. You know, they had like these salad meals with like crab and eggs in it. That was really freaking good. They had freaking all the bread in there, so soft too. All the bread in Japan is so soft. They had all these cream and custard filled treats. The onigiris were good. They had this one with like a big egg in it. And it had like a specific time. It said like, eat this by this date before 10 a.m. And it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I wasn't going to go to sleep till like 12. So I was like, okay, we'll eat this now. That's really like specific timing. What else? What other food? Dude, I ate a lot of stuff at like, you know, had some beef bowls, Shake Shack. First time I've ever went there. Did it in Japan. McDonald's. That was my last meal, actually, in Japan. Dropped that one off a few hours ago, you know, if you get what I mean. They had table service at the frickin' McDonald's. They had table service at McDonald's. Burger King. I saw a Domino's delivery guy. Conveyor belt sushi. Yeah, I posted that. Actually, I have a post on my X. I posted a lot of stuff on my X if you guys are interested, on my X account. Twitter. I was posting a bunch on there. I'm going to start being more active on there. I've been a lot more active on there. So I linked that in chat. Oh, wow. I just like touched my microphone. Okay. I linked that in chat. If I'm too close to the mic, just tell me. But I linked that in chat if you guys want to see it. A couple pictures. Basically, I went to Sushi Row like 4 times. Three or 4 times. I will say this, the Akihabara location was the worst one in terms of the quality of the rice. If you guys want to get a better experience, go out to some other locations. Like they have one that's closer by the Sky Tree. They have one out towards Chiba. Go to some of the other farther away locations and it's a lot better. And it's not as packed. Well, to be fair, the one when I went in Akihabara, it wasn't that packed. But I'd say try some of the other locations there. They have the rice is just good. The rice quality is better. I thought I mean, the last time I went, I was like, I'm gonna get a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of the premium cuts. I got like 2 freaking drinks. I got fries. And I was like, man, this is gonna be like $30 at minimum. It was $23, dude. Like, which of course that's because like the yen is going down right now, obviously. But dude, it was $23. I was like, what the frick? I was like, oh, 3,000 yen. This is gonna be, yeah, this is for sure. No, it's 23 freaking dollars, dude. It was good, man. And it's great. You grab your ticket. If there's a line, you get your little waiting ticket and then you scan the code and then you get your ticket. You just walk to the number. You sit down, do it all on the tablet, and then it pulls up right next to your table. I don't know if they have those in America. I feel... Would it last? I don't know. I think they do in like Los Angeles. But it would probably be very expensive, and I don't know if it would last, how clean it would be. You know? Sorry. I'm very... I don't have a high regard for the American public, I guess. You could tell. Yeah, Japan is awesome. Yeah, I've been actually planning this trip for 1.5 years. I didn't really say nothing about it until before I went, but I've been planning this for like 1.5 years. Yeah. So I was originally supposed to go with like 4 people or 3 other people. And then one person dropped out. And then literally the day that I was leaving, as I got to the airport, the other 2 people had something come up and I ended up just going alone. So that was something. That was like a shock. This was like, it was literally my first ever, I guess, conscious plane ride, because I hadn't taken a plane ride since I was like 4. I don't remember, and it was a domestic flight. So 12-hour international flight or whatever. I think it was 12 hours. I don't remember. Right off the bat, oh man. That was something. It was crazy. Definitely had you could say 4 hours of panic flight anxiety that I never knew that I had. Dude next to me is watching anime and falling asleep, and I'm tripping. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but I was tripping. Dude, the flight back, I was so sleep deprived that I thought the freaking the wing of the plane was bending because I fell asleep. I was like, I was playing music or something, and I fell asleep, and it was like Van Halen. And then I wake up, and all of a sudden Eminem and Royce the 5'9" is like rapping. And then I wake up again, and it's Drake. I had to take the AirPods out. That was, and I'm falling asleep and waking up like 2 minutes later, and then it's a different song. That was crazy. But yeah, it was crazy. That whole flight thing was crazy. But the flight back, I think, was better. Knowing the procedure and all that stuff, I definitely got a bit more used to it. Poland, 24 hours of flight time. Yikes. That's a long time, man. Went to Japan in 2012 doing a solo trip. Was able to get around without any problems. Saw a baseball game. It was pretty interesting. Dude, it's so easy to get. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what it is with these influencers on the internet, man. Oh, you're gonna get so lost in Japan on the train system. It's so hard. Dude, it was one of the easiest parts. I was intimidated the first day, and then I messed up really bad. I go to the security guy and I'm like, where's line 117? And I think I said Ichi. What did I say? I said, or no, 17. And what did I say? I said something like, you're supposed to say Junana. And I said Ichi Junana. And the guy goes, Ichi Junana? And he's looking, he's like, huh? And I didn't realize it till like the next day when I woke up. And I was like, wait, what did I say to that guy? That's why he was tripping. Because I was like, oh, maybe he just doesn't know where it is. No, it's because I told him like some freaking crazy thing. Totally wrong thing for the freaking number. It was freaking. You only get lost if you exit Shinjuku exit. Oh yeah, I went to Shinjuku. That was fine for me too, to be honest. I don't know. I adapted to it so well. It was so easy for me. I got shoved into a train like a sardine. That I almost started laughing, like, because it was just funny to me. Like everybody just packed in, and I was like sitting there, and there's like 4 people touching me because we're all just packed in. I'm just like, I didn't want to. I was trying not to, like, I don't know why, it was just funny to be like, oh, we're all just packed in here. And I don't know why, it was kind of funny to me because I've always seen it online and then actually experienced it in myself. I don't know, it kind of made me laugh a little bit, or wanting to laugh. I obviously held it in because I didn't want to just sit there laughing on the train, but it was funny. Because everyone's just there and we're all just like standing there, and there's this guy next to me that's all squished in too. I just thought it was funny. You know what I mean? Yeah, the train system was really freaking easy for me. Also, did I get your thing, Char Mills, with this 36-month resub? Thank you, man. Much appreciated. And I got in your days with the 39-month resub too, right? I got you guys, right? Thank you. Just in case. But yeah, did I go to Tokyo Skytree? Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. I got chopsticks from there. Actually, yeah, in the bag. Hold on. I got stuff like all over the freaking floor. No, these are the most expensive chopsticks I ever bought. But I had to, because I was tripping on that elevator. He's like, we're going up 600 feet a second or something like that. And I was like, okay, there's like 20 other people in here. And I had seen a thing like from like a month ago where some people got stuck in the elevator there. Like something had happened. Some people got stuck for a little bit or something. Dude, that thing moves, man. You feel it. especially when you're going down too, you really feel it. I was like, this is where it's gonna happen, man. This is where it's gonna happen. But it actually goes way faster than you think. Yeah, and I got these I got these little mini sky trees. They're made in China, which is funny. Tokyo sky tree made in China. These little glowing Tokyo sky trees. But the chopsticks are made in Japan. I made sure of it because I went and looked at some chopsticks and it was made in China. I was like, what the hell? I mean, dude, what the hell am I buying chopsticks made in China and Japan? Hell no. So I found these ones on the sky tree that are made in Japan. It says in Fukui. I'm definitely saying that wrong. But it has like the nice design of the sky tree windows or whatever on the side. So very cool. I made sure it's not made in China. There's a lot of stuff made in China. If you're buying a souvenir in Japan, why is it made in China, man? But the little glow in the dark, the little glowy thing, that is made in China. But it was so cool I got it because it's like it has a little mini sky tree with some of the buildings around it in like a water glow in the dark thing, so I had to get it. Because yeah, that was really facing a fear with me on that one. Yeah. But no, it was honestly the Tokyo sky tree is really nice. At night, it's glowing with all these different colors and different ways the lights move. You can see people going up the elevators because they have little lights blinking on them as they're going up. So you'll just see a light blinking as it's going up and you'll be like, oh, someone's going up on the elevator or going down. You can see that. There's like a disco ball party, I guess, sometimes up there at night. So you'd see that, you just look up at it and you'd be like, they're going crazy up there. I feel honestly, that's one of the things I feel like I'm really gonna miss. You're just walking around and you could just look up and you see this freaking huge structure just standing out of the whole freaking surroundings, Okay, it was really freaking nice. Yeah, honestly, it was really freaking nice. Just looking at it, you know what I mean? Yo, John Grows with the freaking gifted sub. Yo, thank you, man. Much appreciated, dude. Well, hopefully, yeah, I don't know. Am I too close to the mic? Am I far from the mic? Hopefully I'm not too far from it or something like that. I'll give you a follow back there. But yeah, I mean, no, and it's great. Honestly, the way they have everything laid out there is great. There's like apartment buildings, and then under the apartment building, there's a freaking acupuncture place. There's a 7-Eleven. There's some other store, and then above it, there's a 4-story high apartment building. It's not like in other, like in the US where it's like, all right, let's go to the store. Let's drive to where all the stores are. Okay, let's go back home. Let's drive to where all the homes are. Okay, let's go here. Let's drive to where all of this is. It's just stuff. Like I was walking by a store and then all of a sudden I'm walking and then there's a welding place. And all of a sudden there's a bunch of industrial stuff. And then a little bit after that, I'm at a river and there's boats and people fishing. Yeah. It's honestly, it's way better than the zoning or whatever you call it layout that America has. It works a lot better because you can just go places. It's like, oh, this place is over there. Let's go walk there. And it's nice. You don't have to worry about somebody walking, like a homeless guy walking around with a machete. That's really nice. Somebody going crazy on you on a public bus. The public buses are amazing. Super nice. I saw like 3 tents for homeless people. They were clean. They were freaking clean. Bro, I'm not even lying. I'm like, oh, this is like the first thing I've seen. There's like 3 tents set up of homeless people. Dude, the bike is parked up like nice and standing straight. There's no trash. It was clean. I was like, holy crap. And it's like these 3 tents set up where, like, I guess homeless people are living there. And the homeless tents were clean. Even the outside of the tents were clean. And this was like under a bridge. I was like, holy crap. I couldn't believe it. It's just so weird. That was just so weird to see. I was like, what the? That's weird. For me, right? Yeah, people just take care of things. People are way more aware of themselves and their surroundings there. You could feel it. It's not like in the US everybody is very individualistic, where it's like, well, I'm doing my thing. Who cares? Who cares about the people around me, you know? I'm gonna just do what I do. No, it's not like that there. Cars stop for you. If it's not like a stop sign, or I didn't see any stop signs there. I don't know if they have that. But if it's not like a red and green light situation, cars will just stop. That's like how it is there. They'll stop. You don't have to like look both ways and make sure you're going to get hit or you won't get hit. Hopefully you're not trying to get hit, but you know what I'm saying? And then if you stand there at the corner, they'll stop anyways. So you have to walk because they will stop. And I've done that. Like, I was sitting there waiting for the car to go by and it stops and the guy's looking at me and I'm like, oh, my bad. Because to me, it feels like rude. Like, you're supposed to wait, if you just walk across when the car's going, and it's not a stop sign, they're gonna be like, what the hell? They might freaking, right, just honk at you or something, because you wait for the cars, right? Unless it's a stop sign or something like that. But no, it's like every little crosswalk, the little mopeds, the cars, they'll just wait until it's clear for them to go. So that was weird to get used to. You know what I mean? That sounds very LA. What sounds LA? I'm not sure. But yeah, it's great. And that was interesting to get used to. Not in the US, they would just run you over. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm used to stopping and waiting till it's clear. Then you go. If it's a little crosswalk like that, you know what I mean? People, in the US, yeah, some people stop, but it depends on the crosswalk. If it's a bigger one, they're not going to wait for you. They're going. But it is kind of rare to encounter that in the US because there are a lot of stop signs in those places. But yeah, that one's just that was just weird to get used to. You know what I mean? That was interesting. Okay. Yo, Army Ant with the 1,000-bit cheer. Yo, thank you, man. Much appreciated, dude. Holy hell, man. Thank you for the 1,000-bit cheer, man. Much appreciated. Did I see any kimonos in Japan? One person, I think. Yeah, one person, I think. It was a dude. I think he wasn't Japanese. Yeah, I think it was a foreigner. Yeah, I don't think he was Japanese. Yeah, I saw one guy. That's all I remember. Yeah, one guy. But yeah. Thank you again for 1,000 bits, man. Much appreciated. Yes, the U.S. is car centric. Yeah, cars. Yeah, it sucks. That's honestly that's one of the lamest things ever. I mean, yeah, sure, it's cool to drive your car, but in Japan, it's like you can drive your car, or you can ride your bike, or you can walk. I like that balance way better. That tune is just way better than parking lot. You know, drive everywhere. That just kind of sucks. To be honest, because I like there because you have all the options. You can walk, you can take your bike, you can take the train, you could take the bus, or you can drive. You know what I mean? Did I see any of the cute people? What do you mean? What does that mean? Do you mean like the people on the side of the sidewalk that try to like hand you flyers? If you mean that, then yeah, I did see a few of those, yeah. Especially in Akihabara. Mostly there, actually, yeah. Not too many other places. Maybe a couple in Shinjuku. That's kind of like only... Yeah. Which obviously I'm not I feel like this, don't take this don't take this wrong as like Scam Revolts hates America or something like that. No, I just really prefer the other way. I mean, after experiencing it, I really prefer it the other way. Like how it's set up in Japan. I just and because you notice it now, after going to Japan, you notice there's like little gardens and trees, and there's just random parks everywhere. These little random parks when you're walking. And then when you're in America, you're on the freeway, and it's like you're looking at the side of the freeway, and it's just these big freaking cement or concrete brick walls and tons of road and cars, and it looks bad. And then you realize it looks bad because it's built for cars. It's not built for people. That's why it looks like that, because it's a road, it's a freeway, or it's a big roadway where a bunch of cars are going. You know what I mean? So it doesn't look as good because it's not built for that. It's not built for the nice scenery when you're walking around and all of that stuff. So you kind of see a lot more of the ugliness. I think that's, you know, from that, like that way, especially freeways. I'm really talking about freeways here. But in Japan, it's like even the freeways, because they're so much more isolated, and there's walking paths everywhere. I mean, I was on this freeway with this huge bridge, or highway, I guess you'd call it there. I think they just call it like the highway. And there's these walking paths on the side, and it just made it look better. Because it was taken into account for people walking too. It wasn't just car only. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm sleep deprived. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah. I feel like there's a really good balance though. From all four of those things I mentioned. Walking, biking, public transportation, and driving. I feel like there's a really good balance of that in Japan. Obviously, I'd say there's probably more of an emphasis on walking. I'd say the highest emphasis is on walking. It probably goes walking. No, I'd say public transport, then walking. No, then biking, then walking, then cars, maybe. Just from how active I saw everything. as far as like how many people are walking versus how many people are biking versus how many people are on trains. I'd say trains, public transportation is definitely number one. But you can, that's what I like though. You can choose. And you know, you can choose, well, we'll do I do this? Do I want to do that? Because everything's so close together. It's so dense. Oh, okay, this is an hour away. Screw it, let's walk. Because then you'll go by so many other things. You know? You'll go by like 5 times the amount of different things compared to a city in like the US. You know, the little stores and this apartment building looks cool, or and stuff like that. It's so different that way, if that makes sense. It's so much more interesting, right? And all the how all the sidewalks and the little walking areas change along the way too is cool. I heard somebody listening to Boston in their van. That was interesting. I heard some American music there. Well, wait, what the hell? Is Boston isn't American, right? No, they are. Wait. Not the city. Yeah, they're okay. I don't know sometimes. Arachnophobia would be acting up. Why is that? Spiders? Did I talk about spiders? I didn't see any. I saw one spider there. I saw 2 spiders here. The night I got back. Tired as hell. Throw a shirt on the ground. I wake up like 2 hours later. Throw a shirt on. I'm in the bathroom. I look down. There's a spider crawling up my damn shirt. I flicked that fool off. I didn't see where he went. But I think I injured him. I think one of his legs. He got battle scars. Crawling up my shirt fast too. And that was like, I was like half awake, half asleep. You know what I mean? I acted fast though. And he was big. He was a big guy. He's chunky, man. Yeah. He's chunky. Guess because I live in a smaller town, you can walk like that here too. Yeah, but can you walk to the convenience store like in 6 minutes and then hit 3 different convenience stores on like the same block? And a department store? And 2 restaurants if you want. From where you live though? From where you're staying? That's what I'm talking about. Right? You know what I mean? They meant Fear Heights. Oh, archophobia. Did I say arachnophobia? That's like spiders, right? Oh, okay. Is that what that means? I don't know what that. Hopefully, maybe that's what that means. Oh yeah. Does everyone have a Shiba? I didn't see any there. Actually, someone asked me on this when I was posting on X, formerly Twitter. No, I saw a lot of dogs. I saw pugs. I saw labs. I don't know what that dog was, but a big dog. No, I didn't see. No, I saw one, I think. I might have seen one. I saw really little dogs. A couple big dogs. I think I might have seen one Shiba Inu. But I don't think so. I don't know. Hit up a vending machine. I did a lot of vending machines. Akari's sweet. coffees, the little coffees. I got a little ice cream thing from a vending machine. I saw a ramen vending machine. I saw cigarette vending machines. 2 big cigarette vending machines. Yeah. They don't strike me as dog people. No, I saw a lot of people walking dogs, yeah. I saw 2 people, they were both walking their dogs, and then they like let the dogs come up to each other and they were all like, you know, sniffing each other, doing dog things, you know? No, yeah, I saw a lot of dogs, just not really Shiba Inus. Lots of different dogs though, yeah. I mean, one of the big dogs I saw, it was like with this person, and they were like sitting down in a little restaurant outdoor area eating. No, yeah, I saw a lot. Pretty, I'd say like maybe even more so than you'd see out here as far as people walking dogs. Yeah, I saw a lot actually. I saw like some pet stores too. Yeah, I heard a lot of, I saw a barking dog. Dog barked at me from like inside of a fence. Is a little dude. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. The vending machines were cool though. Actually the vending machines were really nice because you could be like just walking, you're like, dang, I need to drink something. And you'd know you'd eventually stumble upon one. You know, you wouldn't have to really plan out like, oh, well, I'll go here or I'll go there. You'd spot one eventually. You know, sooner rather than later, you'd find one. And you'd just be like, well, I hope it's a good one. You know what I mean? Because some of them, they just have a bunch of coffee stuff. But even the coffee ones will have like some water. You know, like either little mineral water bottles or something like that. But you'd eventually find one. Yeah. So that's a nice thing about exploring there too. Am I calling scammers? Not right now. Don't they have the weirdest stuff in vending machines? I mean, other than the weird, I'd say the only weird thing would be the cigarettes one, I guess. Everything else was really normal. The ramen vending machine was, I don't know if that's weird, but yeah. Yeah. No, they were great. I mean, honestly, the little coffees, the little sound that it plays every time you get something out of the vending machine. There's a little tune that it plays, you know what I mean? That was nice. Was it cheap to shop? For tech? Other than this microphone? No. It's been overrun by tourists and all the tech items for the most part. This microphone was the best thing I found. The entire trip. I did tons of stuff looking for like good tech and stuff. This microphone was the best. It was a great deal. If you guys didn't hear, I got a Shure SMB7 microphone for like less than $150. And it has everything in the box, all of that. It was, yeah. And it was last minute too. I got it on like the last day that I was there almost. At randomly. Just seen it. And I was like, whoa. And it was like in the back of some other stuff. Yeah. No, it was great. I mean, no, the tech was, yeah. Tech. Food. If you're talking about food. Dude, I got a beef bowl with like a side soup thing and like stuff for like $6. Yeah, it was cheap. Dude, you go to the freaking 7-Eleven, you get all this stuff and it's like, oh, it's $8. Way cheap, man. Yeah, food is cheap, dude. Every time I got food, I was like, dude, it was almost like I felt like from the money I saved, I almost felt like I had to try to spend it, dude. Like I had to try. I was like, Damn, I thought I spent more than I did. Yeah, I don't know how people go there and like blow like $5,000 or something like that. Unless you're just constantly buying technology or clothes, which I know there's some people that are into that. I don't care about clothes. Like I went to Ginza and it was kind of boring for me. The buildings were cool, but like I went into stores and stuff and it was like clothes. And I was like, oh, okay. Shoes, who cares? Hats, maybe a little interesting. You know, maybe that's where people spend a lot of money. But if you're just there getting food and stuff, dude, you're going to be chill, dude. You'll be so chill. If you're just there going to 7-Eleven, going to vending machines, you're going to be so chill. You know? Yeah. How do I feel about traveling alone? Did you like seeing everything by yourself? Well, it was last second, you know, for me, but it was very stressful, you know, especially in the beginning. A little bit depressing at night. You know, when everything winds back and you have to head back, you know. Um, but other than that, I'd say it was fine, yeah. Sure, it tasted better too. Well, all the 7-Eleven stuff and the Lawson and everything, because it comes in fresh every day, you know, of course, yeah. I mean, everything tasted great. You know, there was like one thing I didn't like because of the sauce. I didn't really like the sauce that much. Everything was great, man. The little sandwiches. I did try the egg sandwich. It was good. Um, I don't know. I felt like maybe that's a little overhyped because literally, if you go to Japan and you go to the 7-Eleven or the Lawson and you go to those little sandwiches, that little counter with all the sandwiches, basically any one of those that you pick is going to be good. It's not just the egg sandwich. I got the egg sandwich once and then I didn't get it again because there was a bunch of good stuff. There was like this one with egg, and then the other side had like teriyaki chicken and stuff, and then there was this one with like teriyaki chicken and noodles. Um Basically all those little sandwiches there were great. Yeah. Yeah. They were good. I had this side thing that I got with like it had broccoli and squid, and it was really nice. It was good actually. I think it might have had some sauce on it or something like that, but it was great. Are you jet lag? Well, yeah, I'm tired as hell right now. I'm barely awake. Yeah, it's funny seeing. It's like it's funny seeing the view count because there'll be like people pop in, then they'll be like, oh, he's not calling scammers, and so the views will like spike for a second, and then they'll see I'm not calling scammers and leave. You just seen it jump again. I don't know why it does that. Here in the U.S., you don't know how long stuff's been sitting there. Dude, I've accidentally bought expired things from the store before, multiple times. Multiple times. Yeah. You planning a trip back? Yeah, I want to go back. Yeah. I mean, if life allows it, right? Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah. Technically, you're still on break. You got another week left. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Yeah. Just decompress and debrief stream. Debrief. Here's the situation. This is a situation room. Revolts went to Japan. Here's what went down. No, but the flight there, I'm gonna be honest, like, I hope if I, no, I'll say when I do go back, I hope the flight there is better. I was like freaking out. I didn't realize I had flight anxiety. And I was thinking back to when it was happening, I was like, so this is how he feels. Because I remember I was watching like a clip from Caleb Hammer, like the financial audit guy. And he was talking about how he like freaks out on planes too. And I was like, so this is what he meant. Bro, I'm sitting there and my Apple Watch, bro, every 20 minutes, you have a higher heart rate than usual when you're not moving. I had to take it off, dude. Like, literally the first hour, I got like 6 notifications for my Apple Watch when I was just sitting there on the plane that my heart rate was like 130 beats per minute. And I didn't like fully calm down until like 4 hours, until there were 4 hours left on the flight. The flight back was like way better, but dude, I did not realize I had that. I did, bro, when I booked it, when I was choosing, like, seeing if I could choose a seat, all that stuff, not 1 second did I think about being nervous about the flight. Not 1 second. But then when I got on it, I was like, whoa, you know? And then the guy next to me is falling asleep watching One Piece. And I'm just looking at him like, damn, I want to do that. And the thing is, in my mind too, I was chill about it, but my body was just freaking out. But in my mind, I was chill. I was like, okay, I mean, whatever, you know? So yeah, it was a trip. It was a trip. But yeah, that was something, man. My Apple Watch made it worse too. And I was like, it was a window seat too. So it's like I had to just I couldn't get up every like 30 minutes or something and just hit the bathroom to kind of give myself some space, because there's 2 other people I have to ask to get up and they're both sleeping, bro. And they both just like, they'll sit back down and 2 minutes later they'll fall back asleep. But yeah, the way back was way better, you know. A bit of freaking out, you know, like, this is crazy, let me off of here, as the flight was getting ready to take off, and then when it took off. But, you know, after a little bit longer, you know, the flight back toned down. I was still kind of freaking out. I checked my Apple Watch. It said I was between like 85 and 100 to maybe 110, which is normal freak out for me. I know my freak outs. You know, if I do have an anxiety thing, I know my normal rates. And that was a normal rate. That's a rate that I can deal with. The 130 was like abnormal. There's an issue rate. But yeah, the flight back was way better. And it's probably, I think what made it worse is because I went solo. I found out I was going solo literally 10 minutes before I got to the airport. That's when I found out that the other 2 people weren't going. So I think that made everything worse. It was like, yeah, oh, we're going, you know, we're all going. And then all of a sudden, oh, okay. I'm just going to this country that I'm flying across the ocean to by myself. Right? Yeah, so that's probably made it way worse. For sure. Yeah, that was rough. What? Into Japan, man. I wonder how people, if I wonder like if people that have really, really bad flight anxiety like stress out so much that they'll pass out flight anxiety. Like, how do you get to like somewhere like Japan? Do you just take like a really long boat ride or something. But and I feel like the boat ride, those, like, wouldn't that be worse statistically though? Like, you get lost at sea or something. I mean, at least if the plane goes down, you just crash. It knock you out before you. You know, if you get lost on the boat, something happens to the boat, you're just in the water like that. I don't know, man. You know, it's just medication. Yeah, probably that. Maybe that's what it is, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Statistics don't matter for anxiety. It's irrational. That's true. That's true. Yeah. My daughter cried on her flight to Thailand. She freaked out. That's like the same way. Is that like the same length as a Japan flight almost? Or is it, is that longer? That's longer, ain't it? I don't know which way they go for that one. Always suggest someone takes a pit stop in Hawaii for a night. Oh, yeah. I mean, that could work if you take, instead of a straight one, you could take, have a layover or something to help split things up. That could definitely help too. Do the first one, settle down, realize that it's chill, and then do the second one, which may be even easier than the first one. And it gains you some more experience with flights if you then, because then you'll end up taking even more flights and you'll get even more used to it. They serve alcohol on the flight. Yes, they do. LA to Honolulu is 4 hours, and from Honolulu to Japan is 8.5. Yeah, that could definitely be easier. I think it might, that wouldn't that end up being cheaper as well? Maybe that's a pro trick or a pro tip. I would prefer flying. You never catch me on a cruise. I've seen a lot of bad things about cruises. Oh yeah, and that Hanana virus or whatever. Hatana. Udanana, I don't know. Wasn't that on a cruise ship? Very first flight ever was 15-hour flight to Vancouver. I was a mess. Sheesh. Yeah. Hannah Montana virus, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like also the airports in Japan are way more chill too. It's very chill there. Felt like very relaxing. And it in America they had this whole thing before departing where this guy's coming out with these flyers telling everyone, line up here if you're this boarding group, line up here if you're this boarding group. Dude, in Japan they just had these things standing there for each boarding thing, which they had that in America too, but a guy had to go around and tell people where to stand. In Japan, it's like everyone just lined up and we were all just in our spots for which boarding group we were. The staff didn't say anything. They were just like, okay, we're gonna start taking people on. We're gonna take these guys first, and then it's like I turn around and everybody's just lined up for their spot. The staff didn't have to tell anyone. I was like, bro, that's so great. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not calling scammers right now. Yeah, I don't think so. They're clearing most from the hantavirus now. Hard to catch apparently, but still no cruise ships. I don't know. I'm not interested in cruise ships, to be completely honest. I don't know. What's the point of a cruise ship? I mean, if you want to go in the water, I'd rather be on like a little boat. Maybe I, let me drive the boat. You know what I mean? Let me drive the boat. That sounds way better than a cruise ship. Go drive around on a little ship or something. I don't know. Or maybe like a really small ship with a captain. That sounds very expensive. Maybe that's why, because cruise ships are cheaper. Maybe it's very expensive for a smaller operation like that. Maybe that's why. But I'd rather try and figure out some with a little boat, a little smaller boat. Yeah. There are boats in Japan that have sleepers but small. I saw some trains that had the little nice sections where you had to pay extra in Japan. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else? Does anyone else have any questions? I kind of rambled about everything I could kind of think. 2015 is no way you get me on a cruise ship. Played for a birthday celebration and had an amazing time. Birthday celebration? Yeah, I've never been on a cruise ship. I don't know. It's not that I hate it, but udon or ramen? I had all ramen. No, I think I had udon. I had it. Oh yeah, I had this pork one. ChatGPT was telling me. I was like, ChatGPT, how do I make this? Took a picture. Bro, okay. Even if you hate AI, ChatGPT is one of the most useful things ever on a trip like that, especially if you're going solo. I'm sitting there. I buy this ramen. How do I do this? How do I use the microwave? I press a button. It says 600 watts on it. What does that mean? I mean, obviously, I know the wattage, but how do I press the numbers? How do I get the time going? How do I use a freaking washing machine? Literally ChatGPT, bro. Take a picture. Can you help me with this? I got you. Here's how you do it. Thanks. I have no idea how to do this. The water is cold in the shower. Why is it cold? I figured it out. You have to have the water turned up far enough. And you have to have the little panel turned on, and then you turn up the water to far enough, and then a little fire icon turns on, and then you wait, and then it happens. The water gets hot, really hot. Sometimes they got randomly really hot. We get really warm sometimes. But dude, the toilet, oh frick, man, the toilets are great. People are right. Toilets are amazing. Yeah, honestly, bidets are honestly the future. I'm one of those people now. I have to buy one, I think. It's actually really freaking, you save money, dude. Honestly, dude, you save money on TP. The seat heats up. The seat heats up. I was in the freaking airport restroom and it's playing water sounds. I was sitting in there, and then a guy next to me goes in and it starts playing the water, and I heard him laugh. I heard him laughing in there. Starts playing the damn water sounds. Dude, the public restrooms are freaking... The really public restrooms are kind of gnarly. They don't smell, but they're a little in disarray in the really crowded areas. But they were still clean, but they just didn't have like all the stuff that you see in like the really nice ones. Like they didn't, there was no bidet, toilet or anything. It was just a little toilet. Like that. But they don't smell, and they're actually really clean. I went to multiple park restrooms. None of them smell bad. I am dead serious. There wasn't a turd hanging out anywhere. No free flying turds, man. And these are like park restrooms. And if you know anything about park restrooms, that's nice. Dude, they were nice. They were freaking nice, man. I heard a freaking Japanese dude rip it, man. Dude, I don't know what he was saying. He comes into the bathroom. He's saying something in Japanese. I guess he had to go, man. And I hear him like sit down and I just hear him. Bro, it was freaking loud, dude. And then he says something else. Bro, I was like, holy crap. Dude, it was loud. It was freaking loud, dude. He let one rip. And I hear the water sounds going. It was crazy. I wanted to laugh so bad. I wanted to laugh so bad, dude. Like, so bad I was holding that in. Oh, man. Yo, Lala the gal with the freaking 500 bit cheer. Yo, thank you. Glad you went. I had a good time. Yo, much appreciated. And I was trying, man. I almost freaking... And he sounded like he was out of it, too. He's, like, saying stuff. And it was a guy that I had seen sleeping on, like, a bench. And he just got up and he had to freaking let it go, dude. Yeah. He might find me, man. That was the return flight, dude. He might hopefully he doesn't hear this. You know. He might come after me. Sorry, man. You know what I mean? He's coming for me. Oh, I saw two protesters. One of them was flipping the other guy off. It was pretty civil, but he was flipping him off. I saw a big protest. Very orderly. Apparently they have to get like permits and stuff. Nothing getting blown up. No Waymos getting destroyed. It was very civil. Very loud, but very civil. And I was like, oh, okay. Just kind of went about my day. It was actually, yeah, it's the weirdest thing ever. Usually, I mean, if that happens out here, you're like, we gotta get the hell out of here really fast, man. It's gonna get gnarly. Yeah, that was something. What were they protesting? It was in Japanese, you know? I think it was like maybe a pro-Japanese thing. They had a lot of Japanese flags. It was in Japanese. Yeah. Too much sushi. The sushi rolls were great, man. I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna really miss that. I think I might have gotten laughed at by a Japanese person for going to Sushi Row. Maybe not directly, but I was in this building in Akihabara when I went to Sushi Row, and they're two Japanese people. They were pointing at the logo for Sushi Row and they're laughing. And I was like, what are they saying? Are they like, I was wondering if they're saying, maybe if they were like, oh, why is it always foreigners going to Sushi Row or something like that? Because they saw me press the button. I don't know. Right? Maybe they were, but I was like, I was just wondering, maybe they're laughing like, why is there always some foreigner going to Sushi Row? It was my first time. Or maybe they were laughing like that one's a bad one. I don't know. Because the rice wasn't good at that one. It didn't hold together that good. Yeah. I don't know. What else, man? Lots of pigeons. Had a couple of pigeons walk up on me. Thought maybe thinking that I had food. Didn't have food. Had to let them down. There's restrooms everywhere. There's actually a good amount of trash cans. In every convenience store, pretty much, there's a trash can. Not that hard. That's another thing I see people. There's no trash cans ever. I don't know what to do. No, it's really easy. I don't know. Put it in your bag. It wasn't that big a deal for me. It was like non-existent. Did I see the deer park? No. No, I did not. I saw jumping fish. I think they're jumping fish. I saw some fish in like multiple different places where I just see them plop out of the water for a second. I think they were jumping fish, like getting bugs in the air or something. I saw that. Saw some people fishing. Only took one taxi because I realized you don't really need to take taxis unless you don't want to walk, I guess. But you don't really need to take taxis. Just use the trains. Really easy. Yeah, I don't know. What else do I say? I think that's everything. I mean, have I went over everything? I think so. Is there any other questions? What about using English in general? You'll make it through. If you check out hi onegaishimasu. They'll see that you're a foreigner, and some of them will just ask you if you hear fu, you don't need a bag. Daijoubu desu. Hi onegaishimasu if you need a bag. If you just listen for that fu, and then you'll hear like pointo, cardo, things like that. Just say cardo or genkin, I think, for cash. And they'll get what you mean. And then other places, just to not be annoying, I would I would like kind of go through the conversation in my head and type it out on Google Translate before, if I needed to ask like somebody at a store or something. If you want to buy something and it's locked behind a case, take a picture of it and show it to them. But it's not horrible, you know, if you only speak English. Yeah, it's generally pretty easy, I'd say. Yeah, there was some people that I thought were very dumb with how they were doing it. Like I saw one lady, she goes up and she's at this sandwich shop and she's just like saying things in English like, okay, I want this one and then I want this one without lettuce. And the lady doesn't speak English at all, so she's like, huh? Like she's trying to understand by what the lady's pointing at, and the lady just keeps going, well, okay, I want this one and then this one without lettuce. And it's like, you need to do more. This isn't, there's no English here. Not like that. Take out your phone, get ready, be prepared to have to accommodate for the fact that this place speaks Japanese. And I saw a few things where people just, well, I don't know what it is. They didn't have that in their head somehow. I feel like that's a really basic thing to understand, that you're going to need to, everyone's not there just to accommodate for you. You're going to have to be proactive about things. Take out Google Translate, get it ready before going up to the place. You know what I mean? Unless the place has like an electronic menu or something like that. So I did see a couple instances of people just being kind of stupid, you know, and rude in that sense, because everyone's not there just to accommodate for you just because you only speak English or something, you know. That's not their problem. But if you just do that and you're just like aware of that fact, it's very easy. Yeah. You would think that'd be common sense? No. I mean, it's dude, people there's some people, they just don't, it doesn't click for them, you know what I mean? It just doesn't click. Yeah. What's the best fish slash sushi that isn't tuna or salmon? Yellowtail. Yeah. I'd say too, there is one thing. There's definitely a tension in Tokyo for all of the foreigners, the increase of tourists and all that. I definitely got some stares. Even, you know, I was just like, even if I'm just standing there, just walking. I mean, I went to cross the street and I turned behind me to see if there was anything there. And there's like this bike guy riding by that full on just stared me down. So I'd say there's definitely like a tension there for that too. You feel it. You definitely, and you feel it more at times and less at other times. But you do feel it. You will feel that. Unless you're just like totally unaware of your surroundings, which sounds like you're going to be someone who's probably going to piss some people off. But if you're just totally unaware, I guess you won't notice it. But if you're aware of your surroundings and you know, of your presence there, you feel it. You feel the tension. Yeah. Next time, go to Cat Island. I've heard of that. I've seen that on YouTube. Yeah. In Japan, you gain a lot of respect if you at least try. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't have any instances where like I could outright tell they were like, oh, I'm so happy that this person, you know, it was just like when I had that bare minimum effort, it was just like it would go smoother. It would go very smooth. Yeah. It would be not, oh, you're an annoying tourist. It'd be just smooth and normal. Yeah. Not like the stuff, because I always see the stuff on YouTube where it's like, oh, well, you're so good at this. I didn't get any compliment things like that. But it was just like it would go smooth, right? If you put that effort in. You could tell it would go smooth. It'd be a lot easier, the transaction. Yeah. Did my level of Japanese language understanding suffice? No, I need to learn way more Japanese. It got me through, but I need to learn way more. Way more Japanese. I try to educate myself on local customs, even small things. Honestly, you don't need to really, as far as like socially, you just need to be normal in Japan. Don't talk on your phone in public like that, right? Be quiet on a train that's full of people. Common sense. That's really all it is in Japan, right? If somebody's coming on a bike, don't just stand there in the middle of the freaking sidewalk. Don't randomly stop on your phone. Go off to the side if you know you're going to have to look at something on your phone. It's literally just common basic etiquette. Common basic social etiquette. That's all you need for Japan. That's it. And I saw people who didn't have it, like people who would just stop in the middle of the sidewalk on their phone. I mean, even some of them were Japanese. Most of the time it would be like a tourist, but some of them were Japanese. But yeah, it's basically just basic things like that, and you're fine. You'll blend in way better with the, I mean, obviously you're not going to blend in, but you'll blend in way better as far as someone who's like just following the flow. That's it. Just follow the flow. If you don't know, if you're like unsure about something, watch if the person in front of you does and copy them. Right? Yeah, just follow the flow, have that basic etiquette, which I just say normal, because to me that's just being normal, you know, just not yapping on your phone. It's like here, here it's like chaos, I guess, in that sense. Yeah, immediate chaos. Yeah, didn't hear any crazy loud music while I was there too. And then here, I'm sitting at a red light, and then all of a sudden there's this guy in a BMW that's blasting music. The first day. Oh, you know. Yeah. That's one thing too. Yeah. Pretty brave of you to do that. To do what? What did I do? I mean, you should do that anywhere. Yeah, but unfortunately, you have to like explain that to some people, you know? Yeah. I did. Oh, yeah. I saw one of the freaking entrepreneur looking dudes, man. Sitting there. He was walking with his AirPods, had his phone in front of him, and he's having like a full conversation. Walked by me. I saw it. I saw the like, I don't know, entrepreneur. What do you call him? Entrepreneur dude. I don't know. Founders. I don't, right? Is that what people say? I don't know. I saw one of those guys. Only one, but I did see one. But he was yapping, walking on the sidewalk with his AirPods. Had his phone right in front of him. I think he was on FaceTime or something. But he was holding it out in front of him as he's walking on the sidewalk. I was like, compared to everyone else there, that was like so obnoxious. Yeah. Go there alone. Yeah, I mean, I had to follow through with it. What am I going to do? I can't back out. I committed to it, man. I said I was going, and I'm going. How was Japan? It was great. It was freaking 10 out of 10. Amazing. Was there during a typhoon. That was cool. Watching all the rain. Really nice. It's great. 10 out of 10. I get what it means. I get what it means. The overhype of Japan, I think it's definitely over. There is a lot of hype, but I feel like a lot of it is justified. The hype of Japan. It's just nice. It's really just a nice place. You just go out, do stuff. You just live. It's nice. Yeah. I mean, obviously from the work perspective, that'd be different. If you're working there a job and you're working till like from 6 in the morning to 9 at night, and then you end up staying till 10 because your boss asks you to do something for overtime. That's the part of Japan that gets really bad, obviously. But if you're not doing that, yeah. Pretty good, man. Pretty good. That's what I'd say. 10 out of 10. Yeah. Did I try anime in Japan? I was geo-blocked. I could. Oh no, I had a. No, I didn't watch any. I didn't really watch stuff except when I was eating. I would grab like a YouTube video. I doom scrolled most of the time if I was trying to watch something. If I was just bored. I barely went on. I mean, I brought a laptop with me and I used it once. I shouldn't have brought it. It was kind of an emergency thing anyway, in case if I needed to deal with something on TSU or something like that. But, you don't really, I don't know. You don't really sit around just watching stuff. You know, it was kind of like, all right, what are we doing? Where are we going? Okay, let's figure it out. Or you're just sitting there kind of eating and you'll throw up a YouTube video and just chill and you'll be like, man, this is good. This is good food. Oh, how do I make this? It's all like, bro, it was all just like figuring, like it was so many new things. How do I use the washer? How do I use the dryer? How do I use the microwave? Where's the soap? Right? It was just stuff like that. There's so much time was taken up just figuring out things like that. You know, what am I gonna go do? Let's open Google Maps and type something in. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, you won't need to have a show to watch or something like that out there. You won't need it. There's so much. Even if you just go out and walk around, you know what I mean? Do a lot of walking. Right? Konnichiwa. Well, hello. What did I do in Japan? I did a lot of I went to a lot of tech stores. A lot of tech stores. Like basically every hard off store. These little Janpura stores. Went into like all of those. Yeah. Went to random department stores. Looked at some toilet. I saw a really nice toilet. It was freaking huge. It was a toilet. Like, that was a toilet, man. Like, it was a freaking... I saw this toilet department store. It was freaking thick. Dude, the seat was huge. It looked like a car hood, man. Like, it was freaking... That toilet... It was like 125,000 yen or something. Or no, it was like 225,000 yen. But it was a honker, man. You know it's a nice toilet, dude. You seen that thing? Dude, the toilets... I mean, there's Toshiba freaking... But Toshiba toilet seats. Like, what do you mean Toshiba toilet seats, dude? What are you talking about? You know? Will I go back? I do want to go back, yes. I'd say if I go back, I want to go into the proper rural areas more and center a return trip around that. Not Tokyo, not Osaka. Maybe like still a dense area, but out of the... I don't want to see any tourists. That's the type of area. Somewhere that's not on TikTok, not on YouTube. That area. Trains aren't as good, but it's still okay. Yeah, I took a couple buses. I took a taxi to some areas where it was the train wasn't there. Maybe Fukuoka, if I'm saying that right. It's apparently it's the fastest growing place right now that isn't a huge tourist area, I don't think, at least compared to like Tokyo and Osaka. So there's that. And Kyoto. Yeah. Anywhere else you'd like to visit? I was thinking maybe South Korea, but honestly, I just kind of want to try Japan again. It interests me again. And honestly, the rural area, the way I got interested in Japan was different, I think, than other people. Because I feel like from what I see online, most other people, they get interested in Japan because of like anime or something like that. I originally got interested in Japan because I saw a video about the rural area and this guy who like bought a house there and was living there, this Australian guy, and he fixed it up, and I watched this whole series of fixing it up. And that was like 2 years ago. And it looked so nice. The rural area of Japan. It looked so quiet and calm and relaxing. And that's what interests me. I was like, is there really a place like that? Or it's not like just the middle of like nowhere, you know? Because you can get there in like 2 hours, you know, from Tokyo, you know, on a train. So that's what interests me. And I was like, that's nice. That looks really just nice and easy, you know? Yeah. Rural or lesser urban areas, both. They both interest me. But more so the rural area interests me. The rural area interests me as a lifetime option, if that makes sense. A place where it'd actually be cool to move. But the city's also cool too. That's another thing about the city in Japan. I love just having a window open, because you just hear sounds. You'd hear this bird every morning. There was this one bird that would go off, man. It would do it, man. He'd just do it. Every morning, I heard the sounds of like a school. I heard cars. You'd hear people talking, you know, but it all just was like calm. It was very calm. It was very just life sounds, right? It didn't sound chaotic in that way. Yeah. That was really nice. That's one thing I'm definitely gonna miss. The ambient noise. Especially because everything's so dense there. So you'll hear something and it'll sound like it's right outside of your window, but really it's just something echoing off of all the buildings. You know? There were these freaking... They were speaking Chinese. And... they were slamming doors. I think it was like an Airbnb or something. They came in at like 12 in the morning or 11 at night. They were slamming doors. I was like, damn. I had to close the window. I heard it, I was like, damn. And then I could hear them inside the room. And this was in the building like across from me. And they're slamming. I was like, damn, bro. Like, it wasn't so loud that it would disrupt my sleep, but I was like, damn, relax. And they were all talking and stuff. I was like, holy crap, they were slamming doors. They were like, you just heard boom. And then you'd hear them walk into another room, and then boom. And I was like, chill out, dude. You're gonna freaking cause the building to fall. Like, sheesh. Yeah, that was something. It was funny because then from after there, every time I heard doors slamming, I was like, it's them, isn't it? And then I'd open the window and I'd hear them talking. I was like, yeah, it's those guys. China tourists are the worst. That's what I always hear. I've heard that a lot. Yeah. Other than the door slamming people, I didn't have any problems in that regard. But I have heard that a lot. Bing dinging it, Japan. Pretty normal here with the sounds. Yeah, but in America, you got those freaking people with those stupid cars, with the stupid exhausts. Dude, I got this guy on a freaking bike on that will always rip it on the main road on some motorcycle. It's loud as hell. And you'll hear him like a mile away still flying down the road full speed. And that's like just legal, I guess. Because he's been doing it for like 3 years. Always nighttime. Rips it. China is the worst. If you go to Osaka and Kyoto, they're all over there. They usually like that area more. Tokyo, they're there, but not as popular as South Japan. Really? I saw, for me, it was Italians, man. And I was like, dude, every time I was like, is this an American? Nope, though I don't know what that is. That's Italian. Is this an American? No, it's French. Is this an American? No, that's Italian. Because I'd sit there and wait for them to talk. Whoever they were talking to. Dude, I saw like a few Americans. I saw a majority Italian, dude. I'm telling you. There were so many. I don't know what it is. There was freaking Italians everywhere. They're all over the place. And they were blocking the paths, man. I was like, y'all are giving us a bad rep because they're just gonna think I don't know what it is. Every time there's like someone in Japan that looks American, that looks Western, you'll see on the social media, they'll be like, stupid Americans. It's like, that guy's from Europe. He's not even American. I even saw a video where this guy responded. He's like, and he went and found the guy's social media that they were calling, like, this post went viral and they were talking about this annoying American tourist. And this guy had to make this whole video like, that guy's not even American, man. We got our annoying people, but those guys were Italian, man. Like, we got that freaking kick streamer guy that's there now getting kicked out of places. Which obviously those guys need to freaking just get alive. I was able to speak straight Chinese to workers in Osaka, so they aim for China tourists. Oh, so then you could read the kanji. You got a leg up. You got like the free trial of Japanese almost. The DLC. Yeah, there was some I think there was one place where there was Chinese workers. I don't think I saw, because I think there was some. I could read some kanji. Yeah, that's why I've spoken to a lot of Chinese people online, and that's one of the things I always ask them. And I was like, "Can you read Japanese? You can read the kanji?" And they'll tell me like, "Yeah." Demo more like it. My Chinese sucks, especially reading and writing. Well, it's freaking complicated. Yeah. Hard. Did you try fast food such as McDonald's? McDonald's was my last meal in Japan. And it was good. Very good. I liked it. Didn't give me the weird stomach feeling that I get from McDonald's fries out here. I get like a stomach feeling from McDonald's fries out here. I didn't get that with that one. Also, no constipation thing. I don't know that. Is that like another... I didn't see that there. People, I saw all these posts before going. You need to make sure you know these 3 drinks from 7-Eleven because you're going to get constipated in Japan. No. And they're like, you're only gonna eat rice. There's tons of like salads at the 7-Elevens. Tons of sandwiches with lettuce and stuff like that in it. I don't know what that was about. That's like another just social media thing, I think, because they don't know what to post about. Did not have an issue with that. Yeah. Did I see any Indians over there? I think I definitely, probably some from Pakistan as well, but yeah, I did. Most of them I saw were like workers. All the social media people are idiots. Yeah, it was really dumb. Like, oh, you're not going to be able to use the train system. You need to do this and watch my full guide. Dude, just type on Google Maps, click the train. It tells you what platform. They're all color-coded. It says, okay, the JK train, go here, go to platform 4. It's freaking yellow. Follow it. The train is yellow. There's a big number that says 4, and then the one next to it says 3. Stand on side 4. Right? If you're not sure, if you're not super sure, here's another trick. Open Google Maps, it shows you which direction you're standing. Turn towards the way that the train is supposed to take you. The arrow will show you. And then if the train comes as if it's going to keep going in that direction, that's your train. There you go. Go on that train. It's going that way. Follow it. Just in case if you're unsure, do that. Right? You know, oh, I need to go on the Chobu line or whatever. It's freaking orange. The rapid line is blue. Just, they're all color coded. It's so easy. It's really easy. It's not hard. It looks intimidating, but it's not hard. The monorail is like a darker shade of blue to go to the airport to Haneda. Like a darker shade of blue. It tells you everything. Oh, we're stopping at Terminal 1. Oh, we're stopping at Terminal 2. Oh, we're stopping at Terminal 3. And it tells you, we are going to be stopping at Terminal 1, 2, and 3 in this order. Make sure you get off at your designated terminal. In English and in Japanese. And then it says it in Chinese as well. Yeah. It literally, like, it's easy. It's way easy. Yeah. So I'd recommend just take the train. Do it, man. How hard could it be? I know, but it's like every post you see on social media. The Japanese train system is so complicated. And so hard. You're going to get lost. I never got lost like that. There was one time where I was like, I had gone onto the same train before and I was looking for the escalator. And I was like, wait, where'd it go? And then I just walked back a little bit and I was like, oh, I walked too far. There it is. I missed it. Took me like a minute. That was it. And then there was one train where it didn't stop at the stop I needed to stop at because there was like some construction or something that was going on. So I went one stop further and then I just walked the rest of the way. It wasn't that big of a deal. Yeah, the buses are easy too. The buses are easy. I took one taxi the whole trip. That was because I had missed the bus, and the only other one was coming like 30 minutes later, and I didn't want to wait 30 minutes for another bus. Yeah. Did I see any Shiba Inus? No. Not from what I remember. I think I said maybe one before, but I don't really remember. Mostly just other dogs. Other breeds. Yeah. Japan is what America can be, but as I said, minus their work-life balance. Dude, I don't know. Can America be like that? I don't know if America can be like that. Because that would require a lot of people to be aware and conscious of the people around them, and there's a lot of people in America who adamantly refuse to do that. Right? And then I don't know, public transportation in America is not something you want to do. I mean, I heard a story from someone I knew where they were getting off the bus and this freaking kid that was in like high school was flashing a gun at the bus driver because the bus driver was like telling him that he had to pay to ride or something like that. And the kid was like trash talking. Like, I feel like, I don't know, there's so much degenerate behavior in the US that I'm not sure if it could without like a big societal shift towards that. And then also heavy societal pushback against the outliers, like in Japan. Because if you're an outlier like that in Japan, they'll hammer you down hard. You know? How was it flying over the ocean? Stressful. At the same time, it was fine. It was stressful. All our money goes to the military. Well, eventually it's all just going to go to interest on debt. But yeah. Ding dinging it, man. But yeah, the trains were great. The buses I took multiple different buses out there. Those were great. Honestly, every form of public transportation was great. And I'm someone who like I really don't like public transportation, but I like public transportation out there. I love it. And I've taken a lot of freaking buses in my day. And I didn't like them that much. Always a lot of people yapping, and I saw a fight on a bus. Stuff like that. So quiet even on the buses there. Right? I saw someone offer his seat to an old lady. They have on the trains, they have designated areas for like older people and stuff, which is like clearly labeled with like the different shade of color, and all the seats are different colors. Yeah. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's what I'd say. I don't know, is there any other inquiries from the chat? Are there any other inquiries? Or is everybody Japanned out now? Is everyone JP'd out? Oh, I see some messages. Stable priority seating is in all of Europe. Glad you had a good time. Yeah, it was a great time. Great time. It was great, yeah. How were the desserts and sweets? If not asked. Oh, they were good. Real good. Real good. They were all like really, a lot of them were really nice, soft bread. They all had really soft bread. Seemed like all of them were like cream or custard filled. There was ones with like red bean paste and stuff like that. There's a really good one with like a banana in it, and then it was like cream, and then it was like a taco kind of bread wrapped around it. I think there's a name for it, not taco. There's an actual name for it, but yeah, it was all great. Nah, the sweets are off the chain there. They're insane. And they're fresh, man. The sweets are fresh. That's the thing, too. They're all freaking rolled in that morning, you know? Which is even cooler. Unless it's like the chips, you know, or something like that. Oh, I had taco chips while I was there, too. That was nice. Those were good, yeah. No, they're good, man. Yeah. Mochi is one of my favorites. I didn't have that there. I've had that before, but I didn't have it there. I've had imported stuff. But yeah. So I guess technically it's from there, but not there. A lot of their detergent is in bags, which was interesting. Yeah, they have like bagged detergent, and there's a little cap on the side of it in the corner, and you twist that off, pour a little bit, twist it back on. It's like really concentrated, I guess, so you don't have to put that much detergent. So that was pretty cool. I don't know why. I mean, maybe that's really boring to everyone, but I thought it was very interesting. I actually want some of it, and it turns out I have to import it. I want to buy detergent from... I like this, bro. Oh, man. Oh, and I slept on a tatami mat the whole time. Really nice. I love sleeping on the floor, dude. Honestly. The futons with the tatami mat is really great. And it's, dude, you just have your phone on the floor next to you too. Is like, there's no nightstand you put it on or anything. It's just there on the floor. Right next to you when you wake up is like really nice. Yeah. For some reason, but it's really, I don't know. It's just like nice. Oh, it's just there. Hello, phone. Come here. Gotta go. See you soon, Revolts. Yo, for sure. Much appreciated. Thanks for coming out to this different stream here. Very different. I thought about just doing a gaming stream, but I thought it would be good to come here where everyone or most people show up. Kind of give you guys the rundown, since I know people will probably have a bunch of questions, so I thought I should do a stream like this. Yeah. Welcome back. Much appreciated. Cream and custard filled, yeah. Sounds less maintenance than a bed, a mattress. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it was nice. I mean, it was great. And the aircon units are really nice. I prefer that than whole house AC. The aircon units, they're so quiet. Even on the outside where the actual unit is running, I was like listening to it. It is so quiet. Very, very quiet. And they have like one in each room almost. They do hot and cold. Yeah, the split units. They're so nice. They're so quiet. And the one that I had, bro, it had like this nice little, when I had it on like level 3 for the speed, it had like such a relaxing sound to it. It was so nice. Yeah, those things are freaking great, dude. And they're so quiet. Yeah, they're amazing. I have those at my place. I have central air, but it's so inefficient and so much to maintain. Split units are bad. That's the thing. Yeah. Why do you need to turn the AC on, heat and air, and cool down your whole house when you're just sitting in a room? Yeah. No, the end of the freaking little aircon units, dude, they're so freaking nice. No, they're great. Yeah. And it makes sense. Like, why do you need whole house system like that? All the vents going throughout all the house. That costs more money just to build out. Uses more materials. Right? You can have even higher ceilings without those. But all of that's, or maybe not. I don't know. But dude, it just makes so much sense. Just one in every room. And yeah. And they all have their little unit. You see that everywhere in Japan. Every apartment building, every house, you see these little units on the outside. Yeah, they're great, man. 10 out of 10. I just want a room that I'm in cooled, especially when I'm working from home alone. Yeah. There's no reason to heat to cool the whole house. And your electric bill would freaking thank you. One little small unit just chilling and run one room versus this huge honker outside cooling an entire place. And then if you have a second story, you got 2 honkers out there. And then on top of that, you have those 2 honkers, and then you got a big old heating thing in your freaking attic that to do all the heating. Yeah, those air cons are cool, man. Just open windows and doors, you don't have aircon. Doing it old school, man. Yeah, they're so cool, man. I give 10 out of 10 for those. We should start doing those. We should adopt that. I feel like that'd be so much better. I love it. Yeah. And it has like a dehumidifying mode, which I guess in America you wouldn't really need that depending on where you are, but that was cool too. Yeah. Not as common here as in the US. Oh, you're in Europe. That makes sense. Yeah, I know there's not a lot of air conditioning out there. I see it on every time there's a heat wave. I see the posts on X, formerly Twitter. I feel like, do I just keep saying that every time? I feel like I have to say that. It's written everywhere. Lately I've been calling it just X more often than not. But yeah. New Zealand. How are the summers? Is it a battle? Do you have a favorite fan that you sit in front of? You're like, yes, I need this. I don't know how the weather is in New Zealand at all. How's the mic been? Does it sound like I'm too far? Does it sound like my voice is moving at all? Does it sound like it's relatively normal? I can't believe I have this mic right now. This is the best deal I got in Japan. I can't believe I got this deal. It was like $130 something for a $450 mic. Which mic? It's a Shure SM7B. One of those like really nice podcast type mics. And I did, and I remember because I wanted one And I looked it up on Amazon. And it was like $400. And I was like, that's too much. And then I saw it in a hard off in Japan. Tax free too. So that helped. And it was sitting behind all these other boxes. And yeah, I got it. Yeah. I imagine I probably, because the yen has been going down even more again in the last couple weeks. So that probably helped. Because who knows when they priced it. Because I don't have like the tag with me, obviously, but I think it was like 3 something. So I think it had been sitting there for 3 months. Yeah. And it's great. It works. I got a 6-month warranty on it too. Not sure how I'm going to redeem that warranty if I need to, but yeah. Great. It works. The warranty will be complex, yeah. I'll just I don't know. Call him up. Mushi mushi. The meme. I got some Japanese yen with me too still. I have 7,000 Japanese yen and a bunch of coins. Tons of coins. Because I wanted to keep them. I got a 500 yen coin right here. I almost have like freaking, what is that, 30 bucks, dude? I got too much yen, man. Wish we had hard off here. Like legit used good stores. Yeah. Nah, here we just got stinky. You know what I mean. You go into a thrift store, it's stinky. We got stinky clothes, thrift stores. We don't got that beautiful hard off. Where they actually buy stuff from you. You guys don't know, like hard off, book off, hobby off, all that stuff. They buy the stuff from the people that bring it in. It's not like people just donating stuff. They'll pay you money for it and then resell it. Like a pawn shop, but without the sketchiness. And the upselling. Without the sketchiness and the insane upsell. We have book off here. Yeah, there's book offs. I went to a couple book off super bazaars too in Japan. The tech selection wasn't that great at the super bazaars, to be honest. I thought it was going to be better. That's basically like right where I went. Where's the iPhones? Where's the laptops? Where's it at? Yeah. Items are probably in better shape too. Well, yeah, everything's rated. They have junk sections too. So if you're like, hey, let's find something, let's see how cheap I can get something and then repair it yourself, that's freaking great. Or maybe it just has like a really easy fix. Or maybe it's just like aesthetically it's really beat up and that's why they put it in the junk section, but it works. Yeah. Get some deals. You know what I mean? But yeah, the hard offs are great. They're great though. And they have like big audio sections too. Guitars, amps, cameras. Yeah, they're great. Oh. What a great place, man. I actually have a video going up in less than 30 minutes, so we'll probably run this until then. Hopefully people don't get too terribly bored. This is kind of like just a podcast today. So hopefully that's fine for everybody. I am terribly sleep deprived. I need to stay up to rebalance my sleep, so I thought it would be a good idea to do this today while everything's pretty fresh to go over, because I know people would ask questions, so you know, I'd rather do it like this. Save it for the next trip. Wait, what am I saving? Oh, the yen? Yeah. Yeah. I gotta go again. I'll probably freak out on the flight again, on the flight there back, but I gotta go again, dude. But I don't know how, you know. I ain't on the YouTube Forbes. I ain't on the YouTube Forbes list, you know, so it'd probably take a while. But I do want to go again, yeah. Thank you for making the time to stream. Thanks for coming out, man. Thanks for coming out. Yeah. Oh, I did a thing. I got a new idea for a scammer versus. I was working on stuff while I was out there. It was raining. We had a typhoon going, and I was working on stuff. I updated the fake bank to come back to an idea that I did before that I said I was gonna reiterate on, and that I'm going to reiterate on. And I'm thinking I'll probably do that for my first scam bait stream back. Weird chip flavors. I only had one thing of chips, and it was those taco chips. Had a little dude with a sombrero on it. They were good. Tour guide stream through Japan. Who knows, man? Maybe. I don't want to be obnoxious though. Like, there was some spots like where I was thinking of taking a picture, but then it was like literally just someone's house, and I was like, I don't know. So I didn't take the picture. And if I did take pictures, I'd try to wait like when there's not like a bunch of people. I don't know. I was really trying not to be obnoxious while there. Because I was thinking, like, how would that feel if someone just walked up to where you live in the US and took a picture? You'd be like, am I getting like... Hello. Am I about to get robbed? Like, that's... You'd be like, are they saving that for later? They need to remember which house? What is this? You know, that's what I was like, eh. Yo, Mikey G with the 30-month resub. Thank you, man. Much appreciated, dude. Damn, almost at the sub goal. That's crazy. I really didn't think we would hit that on this stream. Thank you, guys. Did I visit rows of the rows of vending machine? Oh, the rows of them? No. I went to a lot of vending machines. Saw cigarette vending machines. Ramen vending machine. I got a sweet from a vending machine. Like ice cream sweet. Old one. Yeah. So that was nice. Yeah. But it's a very cool place, man. I could see why people, the post-Japan depression hit hard too. Yeah. Gonna do any gaming streams this week or just taking it slow? No, I want to do gaming. Yeah, I want to do gaming. I haven't fully decided if I'm just gonna go back to the normal flow already. I mean, I already have a video I need to edit on Thursday. But yeah. We'll see, yeah. But the gaming streams, yeah, we're gonna go back into the flow for that tomorrow. And all of it, and then now this stream's also testing this microphone, which everyone said has been sounding good. It's still just using my same filters. But yeah. I was supposed to be back on the 15th originally. But I thought, why not, man? You know? Part of it, I feel like, was that post-Japan depression, man. You know, it's real. It really is real. It hits, man. You're like, damn. Especially, I feel like for me, because I basically planned and saved for that trip for a year and a half. And then to just, like, the whole year and a half, I had been working for that, getting things ready. And then to just be done with it, it was like, for real? You know what I mean? Like really? Like, that's it? That sucked. That feeling sucks. That feeling really sucks. Yeah. That kind of hit hard, man. Yeah. But yeah, gaming streams. I'm gonna do a gaming stream. Yeah. Wait till you get your credit card bill? I didn't do credit card. No. Does a tourist die in Japan is in the news? Yeah, that was a suicide. I saw that while I was there. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate situation. Must be very rough on the family. Go on a trip like that, then have that happen. That must suck. That must really suck. Yeah. How much did it cost you? While I was there, buying stuff. If you count out tech items, maybe like for food and everything, like $1,500. Telling you, the food is cheap, man. Like, the most expensive thing I bought for like an item was tech stuff. That's because the tech stuff, I thought it was going to be cheaper out there, but it was, except for this microphone. This microphone was a freaking amazing find. This was amazing. And now, every time that I'm doing my streams, you guys can think, and I can think, dude, you got that from Japan, man. All my voiceovers, my gaming streams, my calls, dude, you got it in Japan. That's pretty cool. I feel like this is a cool, it's a usable functional item, and it's a souvenir. You know what I mean? It's a usable item and it's a souvenir. The flights, I think the flight was like 1,300. And that was like 6 months in advance. I rechecked them before leaving and they were like 2,300. And the hotel was like $600 because we had all paid for it, and then I ended up going solo because everybody kind of canceled last minute. So it was an unexpected solo travel. I also know about all the vending machines with ramen and everything. Yeah, they're not. I didn't try the ramen vending machine, but yeah. The flight, I did use that. Note to self, Revolts smells. Why do I smell? I don't smell, man. No, I got a card. I did use a credit card for the flight because I got one of those 0 interest cards for a year. Yeah. That's the only thing. Oh, why the people canceled? No. Yeah, that was like, dude, that was freaking rough, man. The first night, I couldn't, it was rough. I sat there and I was like, am I really just here by myself? Like, I'm gonna just be here alone, you know? Bro, the first night was horrible. I lay down and I'm sweating. It's humid. I'm wet on the bed, but I have the aircon unit going, so I'm freezing, but I'm sweating and wet. And then it's 3 in the morning. I hear like this huge siren, and I'm like, no way. No way. Is there a natural disaster? Like right when I get here, this happens? Dude, it's the freaking ambulance. Dude, the ambulance sound. Oh my, holy crap. Dude, I thought it was a tornado siren. Like, legitimately, I was like, dude. And it wakes me up at 3 in the freaking morning, dude. I had finally fallen asleep. I didn't know what was happening. And then I hear the sound get farther and farther away. And I was like, oh, it's an ambulance. Okay. So we're not dying right now. There's no natural disaster, meteorite, nothing like that. Not like that one anime where everybody dies and talking to him from the past. No. Okay. Good. Yeah, it was rough, dude. Rough. Sheesh. How many days were you there? It was 2 weeks. Yeah. About, I think a little shorter than that, but yeah. So you can imagine, tired as hell. I didn't sleep at all on the flight there. And then all of a sudden I'm there by myself, standing there. My stupid backpack. Sweaty. From the train. It was hot. It was warm. And humid. My body was not used to the humid. And yeah, I'm trying to sleep. It was the weirdest thing. Like, under the covers, I'm sweating. But I'm shaking because of how cold it is from the aircon unit. How cold I made it. But I'm sweating. Hotel only costed $600 for 2 weeks. Well, it was originally 4 people. So basically, I got to live off of the shared costs from everybody because the other people didn't go. So I benefited from the group money pool without the group, essentially. Sounds like a hangover. No, it was, the first night was so bad, dude. And then waking up, dude, just I'm up at like 5 in the morning, can't fall asleep. And then I think eventually I got some more sleep. I fell asleep at like 6 in the morning for a little bit. And then going to the convenience store. I'm sitting here watching this TikTok. What to say in a Japanese convenience store? Yeah. I'm going and like, dude, I feel like everyone's looking at me, which a lot of people are looking at me, but I'm just like exhausted. I couldn't figure out the shower the first night. So I had it going warm for a little bit and then it went cold. So I'm like half soapy. I'm so tired. It's so freezing that I just used 2 towels to try and wipe everything down. And I was like, I'll give this another try tomorrow in the morning. It was bad, dude. The first night was so bad. Yeah, it was so bad. If you can try and sleep on the plane, dude. Holy crap, if you can sleep on the plane, you are so lucky. Try and do it. Cuz it's going to be rough. Very, very rough. Yeah. But bro, I look back on it fondly though. It was like it was like you see those adventures in movies. It felt like that. It feels like a closed chapter on my life. You know how like after a movie where it's like this huge adventure, they like kind of like there's this sadness like that it's over. It was like that. Bro, because I had to figure out everything by myself. The freaking washer, the freaking dryer, the freaking shower, the freaking toilet that warms up and makes a sound and has all these buttons on it. You know? Just, dude, it was like an adventure. The freaking how to go in a convenience store. I'm standing at this ramen place and there's this machine with all these buttons and I'm like, what do I do with this? You know, it was, yeah. Are they very different from here? Oh, they're better. Oh man, dude, I love the showers there. It's like this. There's a shower, there's a bathroom, and then there's a toilet room. You poop and stink up the toilet. You close that door, that chapter's over now. You go and take a bath, a shower, that's its own room. You could spray the water everywhere there. Probably don't spray it on the ceiling, but you can just water goes everywhere. Dude, it's great. It's one of the best freaking layouts I've ever seen in my life. It's amazing. Freaking awesome, dude. Yeah, it's freaking 10 out of 10 setup. And this is great. The microwaves open like from the top. I ain't never used those. Got a push button on mine and it pops open the door. But there it's like it opens from the top. Like a little, it's like a toaster oven, but it's a microwave. I know there's some of those in the US too, but it was just, that was weird. I was like, is it gonna keep going? Am I gonna get like my freaking brain fried or something if I open this right now? It does turn off. You can open it a decent way before it turns off though. That's a little trippy. But yeah, I was just, you know, open that. Yeah, man. Water stays around for a while there. You know? You don't have like the dehumidification setting going or something. You'll use the sink. You'll come back at nighttime and there'll still be water sitting there. Just be like, oh, what are you doing? The water's just chilling. Hey, I'm chilling here. Okay. Yeah. This is a very cool place. I could definitely see why people love it. I could see why people move there. But I can also see, like, if you do move there, you are always going to stand out. You are always going to be associated with a tourist. You are just you're just another foreigner in Japan, you know? So I can see that too, if you did move there. You know, even if you went through learning all the way up to N1 Japanese, right? Going to a language school, doing all this stuff, getting a job there, all this stuff, integrating into society as much as you can. I could definitely see how you will always just be like an just outsider there. Because you stand out. I noticed it myself. I'd see another tourist and my eyes would immediately lock and I'd be like, tourist spotted right there, boom. You just stand the hell out. So I can see that too. Which I guess the people who move there, they get used to that. But yeah, if you're a very independent person, though, Japan, I feel like is almost like a paradise in a way. Like if you're already very independent wherever you live, going there, you would be like, okay, who cares? Who cares? I don't care if they freaking recognize me. I don't care about it back home. Like if you don't care about it back home, you're not going to care about it there and you're just going to do your own thing like everybody else. You'll get looks though that you might not get back home. People will look at you. Some people will look at you mean. Some people will stare straight at you crazy. But yeah. Sounds like an experience. My friend who joined the JET program and taught English there. He's seen as an outsider, yeah. Yeah. So that's probably rough. But I guess it just depends on a type of person you are, maybe. You know? Gaijin, yeah. Yeah, foreigner. But yeah. New video in 5 minutes. This one's a different video. Also, I've been posting on X a lot recently. I'm going to be way more active there now. So if you guys aren't following me there, I'll drop the link in the chat. There's a bunch of posts on there from my Japan trip too, so if you want to look through it. I'm sorry I didn't post anything on Instagram. I'm not an Instagram person. I barely post on there. People have been unfollowing me there for like years because I barely post on there. I'm sorry. I'm really not an Instagram person, but if you guys are on X and you want to follow me, I dropped the link in chat. A bunch of posts there about my trip as I was going through it. I might post some more photos, you know, too, if you guys want to see those as well. But I'm going to be more active over there. I've been way more active over there. So if you guys want to drop a follow, drop a follow. And check it out, yeah. I follow but really don't use X. Yeah, that's fine, yeah. I've been liking it a lot, I think. To be honest. I out of all the platforms, it's just it's got a mix of everything. I haven't even I've stopped doom scrolling on TikTok and I'll doom scroll on X. I'll click on a video and just start scrolling. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even really use Reddit anymore. Like I literally just I'll just go on there. Yeah. Discord. Yeah, I haven't been using Discord. I mean, you guys can see my activity on Discord. I mean, you guys are in the Discord. There was someone, oh yeah, XNL Bobs. I don't know if he's in here. I saw his account got compromised for a little bit. So that was the thing. Yeah. Oh, and apparently there was a big thing. I saw this. Yeah, someone told me in the Discord. Oh, it's in the Patreon chat. There's like a bunch of fake degrees, like 100,000 or counterfeit degrees or certificates from India, which we've seen before, and I guess it's still happening with these fake certificates. And I quote tweeted it on X because I was wondering, okay, if there's 100,000 people with these fake degrees getting in to America, how many of those people are part of a scammer operation? Because we've already seen, when I've gotten scammers files before, we've seen plane trips and visas into America, and these people are part of the operation. How many of those people are coming over to work as mules to transport money? So then the scammers have their own people transport money in for these refund scams and stuff like that as mules. Especially, this would be probably mostly targeting the FTC scams, because they've done ones where they take they have you go to your bank, you get money, drop it off to a mule. A lot of them still do the Bitcoin ATM thing, obviously, but yeah, so I was wondering about that too. Which is, that's crazy. 100,000? Yeah. That, all of those, I guess all those were from India. Many including Chinese students. I'm not sure. The one I saw was, it was saying specifically from India. Oh, it's new video time. I haven't posted. Go out. Oh, yeah, I got a thingy. Wow, I haven't done this in a while. I can make a post right when it comes out. From here. Wait, what is this? Earlier this month, we shared plans to cap CCV on channels. Concurrent viewers on channels. Our systems detected receiving sustained significant inauthentic traffic. Now we're introducing a new optional view count cap creators can use if they're being targeted by bots. What? So I have to do it manually? So I have to go in. So if I get targeted by bots, I have to go in and manually cap. What happens if I don't? Note you aren't required to turn the self cap on. Oh, okay. As you deem appropriate. Oh. I don't know. That's interesting, I guess. I was like, yeah. If someone's botting me, man, just ban them. Don't ban me. Ban that person. How was vacation? The trip was good. Very stressful. All sorts of things. It was great. Uh, 1 second. Trying to write out this post. Oh. Give me 1 second, y'all. Have something to do with the controversy lately about view voting? View voting. What's view voting? I don't even know what that is. All right, here we go. Which I did post. This video is posted on Patreon. New video just dropped. This one's a different one than my usual. Hello, and oh, I'm gonna drop that link in the chat. This one's a more personal video, you know what I mean? Something to do with the controversy botting. Oh, view botting. Yeah, I saw that. There's like a bunch of. Oh yeah, like what's his name? FaZe Banks got like exposed for like botting like, what was it? Like 35,000 viewers or something. That's what I saw a bunch of posts allegedly. I don't know. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. There you go, man. Again, if you guys do want to follow me on X, drop the link in the chat. And Burnt Peanut, apparently. Burnt Peanut? Really? I feel like that guy's super popular. Why would he need to even do that? I feel like that guy's freaking everywhere. That's interesting. But there you go, man. First stream back. Different stream, chill stream, kind of like a podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed chilling here. I've been chilling here for 3 hours. Not gonna lie, I can't believe I made it through 3 hours here talking. I am so, I guess, jet lagged. So I can't believe I made it through. But thank you guys for the crazy support. I mean, shoot, almost hit the freaking sub goal and everything. So that's very much appreciated. And yeah, man. There you go. That is I pretty much went over everything, right? That is the trip. Should have a gaming stream tomorrow, and I think I'll probably hop into it the rest of this week. So just keep a watch out for streams and stuff, you know, if you're in the Discord. And I think I'll start tweeting it when I go live too on X. People can see there too. Hopefully I remember to do that. But there you go, man. That is it. That is the stream. Yeah, I'll try and get this up on a Patreon shortly after here. But I'm gonna end it here. As always, man, thank you everyone for coming out. Watch out for the next stream. And I have another idea of a scammer versus idea. One of my older ideas that was pretty popular, but re-changed to take advantage of the fake bank that I have now. So that should be fun, hopefully, right? Hopefully you guys find that interesting. And yeah. Other than that, though, I'm going to end it here. As always, thank you everyone for coming out to the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope everyone had a good time. And yeah. Other than that, as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.